Welcome to ILTV's Israel Daily. I'm Bianca Zanini, coming up in today's newscast. Political drama in Israel. One Knesset member from the coalition is resigning. Are we heading to elections? A series of violent attacks on hospital staff causes a nationwide strike in public hospitals. What is needed to prevent the next assault? In a first, Israel this week sends defensive equipment to Ukraine as the war continues. We speak with the chief rabbi of Ukraine, who's still there on the ground. Breaking news in Israeli politics. A massive shakeup as Meretz MK Ghaida Reinawed Zoabi resigned today from the governing coalition, bringing the already razor-thin coalition to a minority. With us to discuss the potential consequences of this move is Mark Schulman, political analyst and columnist for Newsweek. Thank you so much for being with us, Mark. Another tumultuous day in Israeli politics. Can you tell us what was going on behind the scenes, and if there were any signs that this was about to happen?
First of all, there were no signs it was about to happen. This came as a complete surprise to everybody, including all of her members of the Meretz were totally shocked. They heard about it from Channel 12 News for the first time. It's not clear what's causing it. Clearly, she sent her letter said she couldn't take what happened in Ramadan, what happened on the Temple Mount, the killing of the journalist. That was too much for her. She had to resign. Now, she's not resigning from the Knesset right now. That would be a simple thing. If she resigned from the Knesset, a different Meretz member would take over, and it wouldn't make any difference. So it's not clear what her goal here is. The general sense, and of course, this is a developing story, and it will change over the next few hours. The general sense is some sort of arrangement can be made. I mean, think about it. The last thing that anyone in Meretz or anywhere on the left wants is new elections and the possibility of the right wing coming to power. The realistic thing is, politicians understand that yes, this is not the government of the dreams of Meretz, and I'm sure this is not the government of the dreams of this Chavrat Knesset. But the reality is, you don't get your dreams, right. And Meretz is getting a lot done in the areas that it cares about, and it's not getting everything done that it would like.
Right, but what does this mean for the current government's ability to continue? I mean, it's not the dream scenario, but it has consequences.
Right, actually it has consequences. The question is very simple. Next Wednesday, as of right now, the Likud is once again going to bring up a vote to disband the Knesset. Now, it's not at all clear that she's going to vote with Likud to disband the Knesset. It's not even clear that the joint Arab list will vote with them to disband the Knesset, because they also understand the realities of life. And the same reason, this is not the government of their dreams, but there is no government of their dreams. So it's not at all clear. It should be taken into account that if the Likud brings it to a vote and it loses, then they can't bring it up for 6 months. This is not something they can do every 6 months. So it's not at all clear. But between today and Wednesday is a lifetime in Israeli politics.
That's true.
And anything is possible.
Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Lack of clarity. I just want to ask you, though, how much closer this brings us to elections? I mean, this is the question that's on everyone's minds. What are the possibilities that we have ahead of us right now?
Well, it's really one of two possibilities. It's either they successfully pass a law to disband the Knesset next Wednesday. It has to be brought up 3 times. So you have to bring it up, and it has to be the initial reading and then 2 additional readings. It has to pass. Or it doesn't happen. I mean, quite honestly, in between, there is no in between. The government has a long time until it has to pass a budget, and that's the only other way the government can fall is if a budget is not passed. And that's not necessary for another year and a half because they've passed a 2-year budget. This makes it more shaky. It makes it more difficult. It makes it more difficult to pass any legislation. So it's really a question of what she's going to do. I mean, she had been offered and was planning to be the consul general in Shanghai, but somehow it took the government a little bit too long to get that going, and now she says she doesn't want that job in any case. So there are a couple of possibilities. This obviously is bad for the coalition. It also means if the government falls because of her, and Naftali Bennett remains as the interim prime minister until a new government is formed.
To watch full episodes of ILTV's Israel Daily and tons of other content from Israel, visit our website at iltv.tv or download the ILTV Plus app.